The future of Indonesia's economy in 2050, a rising global power? Imagine walking through Indonesia's bustling cities in 2050. Jakarta has transformed into a high-tech financial hub. The newly built capital Nusantara is thriving, and the country has solidified itself as one of the world's biggest economies. Could Indonesia really rise to the top? Many experts believe that Indonesia could be one of the top 5 largest economies in the world by 2050, competing with global giants like China, the US, and India. But how realistic is this? Let's dive into the numbers, trends, and challenges that will shape Indonesia's future. 1. How big could Indonesia's economy be? Right now, Indonesia is already the largest economy in Southeast Asia, with a GDP of around $1.4 trillion, 2023. But if we fast forward to 2050, projections from PwC and Goldman Sachs suggest that Indonesia's GDP could soar past $10 to $12 trillion, making it one of the world's top economies. In purchasing power parity, PPP terms, which adjusts for the cost of living, Indonesia is already among the top 10 economies and is expected to climb even higher by 2050. This growth won't happen overnight, but there are 5 major drivers pushing Indonesia forward. The 5 big growth engines. A young and growing population. One of Indonesia's biggest advantages is its demographic bonus, a young and expanding workforce. Right now, more than 50% of the population is under 30 years old, and by 2050, Indonesia's total population is expected to reach around 335 million. This means a larger labor force, a bigger consumer market, and more innovation, all key ingredients for rapid economic expansion. Compare this to countries like Japan and China, which are struggling with aging populations and shrinking workforces. However, to truly take advantage of this, Indonesia must invest in education, vocational training, and digital skills to ensure its workforce is competitive in the global market. B. A digital and technological revolution. Indonesia's digital economy is booming. Today, Indonesia is home to major tech unicorns like Gojek, Tokopedia, and Bukalapak, and the e-commerce sector alone is projected to hit $150 billion by 2025. By 2050, Indonesia is expected to be a leader in AI, blockchain, and fintech, especially in Southeast Asia. As more Indonesians gain internet access, projected to be nearly 100% by 2050, the country could become a major player in the global digital economy. The government's Making Indonesia 4.0 initiative is pushing industries toward automation, smart manufacturing, and AI-driven solutions. If these efforts succeed, Indonesia could become a regional tech powerhouse. C. Infrastructure and the rise of Nusantara. One of the biggest transformations happening is the relocation of Indonesia's capital from Jakarta to Nusantara. This ambitious project, estimated to cost over $32 billion, is meant to reduce congestion in Jakarta and create a more modern, eco-friendly administrative center. Beyond Nusantara, Indonesia is heavily investing in roads, airports, high-speed rail, and smart city development. With more efficient infrastructure, Indonesia's economic productivity could surge, making it an even more attractive destination for foreign investment. D. Green energy and sustainable growth. Indonesia has some of the world's largest nickel reserves, which are crucial for making batteries for electric vehicles, EVs. With global demand for EVs rising, Indonesia is positioning itself as a key supplier in the green energy revolution. The country is also expanding its investments in solar, geothermal, and hydro energy as it works toward its carbon neutrality target by 2060. If managed well, this could create millions of new jobs and drive long-term economic growth. E. Manufacturing and trade expansion. Indonesia is pushing to become a global manufacturing hub, competing with countries like China and Vietnam. The government is focusing on industries like automobiles, electronics, and pharmaceuticals with the goal of increasing exports. Indonesia is also part of ASEAN and the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership, RCEP, the world's largest trade bloc, which will open up even more opportunities for global trade.